Hey, Calvary Crossway.
Hi there.
It's really good to be on live with you guys. I actually have to check to make sure we're on live because everything went away. All right, we are good. Hey, so we are going to talk today a little bit about um, how to celebrate Easter in the middle of Corona virus. And I want us to start off by just recognizing that our celebration of Jesus's resurrection from the dead isn't over. It's not like this is it's done. In fact, the very first Easter, when Jesus rose from the grave, was a day that was mingled with grief. Listen to Matthew chapter 28, and just to keep this in front of us, I'm just going to remind us what happened. Now, after the Sabbath, toward the dawn of the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone that sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, his clothing white as snow, and for fear of him the guards trembled and became like dead men. But the angel said to the men, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples that he has risen from the dead. And behold, he is going before you to Galilee. There you will see him. See, I have told you." Now they departed quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Did you hear that? They departed from the tomb with fear and great joy. And behold, Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." And they came up and took hold of his feet, worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me." So even that first Easter was a day that was grief mingled with that. And by the end of this day, we see all of the disciples and followers of Jesus gathered together, which we can't do, but isolating themselves from everyone else in a room. So as we think about celebrating Easter amidst this, let's remember that it is still a celebration of the most important thing that we as Christians can celebrate.
Exactly. Do you want to just give some practical things we had talked about now?
We can do that.
Okay. We usually have a little piece of paper in front of us that we talk through, but we didn't do that today. So, one of the things that we had just talked about too, because Easter really is a special time, so we don't want to forget um, the resurrection of our Savior, and specifically on the day, we want to be able to remember that. And so, one of the things that we had talked about today was just keeping those traditions that you would normally do as much as you can, keeping those traditions alive. I feel like, especially for our children, sometimes those traditions hang, they cement the truths in their mind. They associate, oh, this is what we do on Easter, but on Easter, Jesus rose from the dead. And it kind of helps them cement those truths in their little brains. So, as much as you can, keep those important traditions alive in your house. I know my mother in law did a great job with that, and she has, um, she always gets the girls' Easter dresses, and she did that again. I think people are having trouble
No,
hearing.
they're just saying hi.
Nope.
Can't hear.
Yeah.
Can you not hear me or can't hear Priscilla?
Well,
We'll do this.
anyways,
Now you'll hear us for sure.
um, but my mother-in-law, she buys the girls' Easter dresses, and she did that again this year, just to kind of try and keep as much of that normal tradition as possible going as we
Your
can.
battery's dead. That's why you can't
That is
hear.
why.
All right, guys, this is live. Here we go. No, you just hold it. We'll pass it back and
All
forth.
right.
Yeah, that one's
Oh.
really hot right down there. All right, thank you guys for letting
So
us know.
keep traditions alive. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, Priscilla was just telling us, our little kids' hearts need to be. Can you hear Priscilla well now? You should be able to hear us both now. Um, so Priscilla was talking about just that keeping and strengthening our little kids with that. And there's a lot of things that we do. Like we'll often have Easter egg hunts that we will celebrate and enjoy together. And frankly, it's going to be pretty hard to find supplies for Easter egg hunts. We know a family that on Easter, the way that they celebrate, now you can hear me.
I can hear Josh.
Oh, he can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. I think we've got the audio fixed. If we don't have it fixed, we'll know in 20 seconds and fix it again. I know of one family that has celebrated every year by hiding M&Ms all over the house. Now, I recognize that it may not be the most sanitary thing to do, but maybe throw them in a plastic bag or things if you can't get a hold of.
Wrap each one in cellophane.
She said wrap each one in cellophane. But, if we're going to go ahead and keep some of those things alive during that. I was also thinking that we really need to sit in on family worship during this time. There's so many stories that follow the Holy Week calendar from the Bible that we can telling stories about the triumphal entry to our children, telling stories about Jesus casting the the tax collectors, not tax collectors, who were they?
The people that were selling things in the temple.
Yes. He went in and turned over the temple for that. And just telling our kids these stories about that, helping our kids understand the Passover as well.
And on that, for things to do for family worship, family time, our church now has a subscription to Family Time, and there are a lot of fabulous kid activities specifically designed for Easter. So if you would like to get some of that content, you can just text me or Josh or message us through Facebook, and I can get you the information so that you can have access to those really neat kid-friendly Easter activities.
Yeah, and I'll do that tomorrow. I'll actually, when I send out an email tomorrow to everyone, I will send that. I'll attach the information on how to do that in there as well. Also, I think it's important that we remember that times like Easter are really important to our parents as we're adults and our children's grandparents, and trying to help them work their way through, not being able to see the grandkids all dressed up in their stuff is a big deal. So there's some ways that we can do that.
Yeah, if take a picture, share it with them, FaceTime with them. I do think it's really important anytime we have holidays to remember those who are maybe don't have family around, and really this holiday, that's almost everybody. So I think we need to really take extra care, reach out to our widows, reach out to our parents, reach out to aunts and uncles, and just really help them know that we're thinking about them, that just because we're socially distanced from each other doesn't mean we have forgotten about them. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Sorry, this mic is not really made to be held like this, and we're trying to figure out how to work it.
But I was really serious about all that.
Yes. No, we think it's really important to just love on our parents and our grandparents, and recognize that this will probably, some of that is going to cost you as parents a little bit to be able to do that. Zoom calls with kids are nuts. They're going to spend the whole time with their face in the camera.
Or they just stare.
Yeah, or just make faces at themselves. And just, at Calvary, one of the things that we do is we embrace the awkward. And let's do that well this time this year. Giving people calls in that, spending time in that, enjoying a meal. Our family's still going to dress up. We actually have a really exciting, fun photo planned. Our daughter, Karis.
Surprise. Shh. We'll post it on Easter.
Apparently, it's going to be a surprise.
But I really do just want to emphasize not to forget. We just listened to Governor Polis give his state of Colorado update a couple minutes ago, and he said April 2020 will go down in the history books as the forgotten month. But let's make sure that we don't forget our families, that we don't forget our widows in our churches.
Yeah, and one more piece, too, is this is a big event for the church. Every year we get excited as a church to be able to invite people who may only come to church at Christmas time and at Easter time. And I want to encourage you to do that anyways. Calvary Crossway is going to every single day this week be putting out content and pictures and things that you can share. Here's a way that you can our social media loves this. If you get together with your family and do a selfie video. So when I talk about a selfie video, I mean holding your phone like this, or you could get a selfie stick.
At eye level.
Oh, at eye level. If you've got a double chin issue, higher is better. But, get it down here and then shoot with your family. Kids and females, do the best. So men, if you say, man, I want to do that and do it by yourself, don't be surprised if it doesn't do very well on social media. But get one of those out and just invite people to our church. Just say, hey, this is the Musgrave family, and we just want to invite you to join Calvary Crossway for our service. And it doesn't have to be long. And that will it's a great opportunity for people to see this is important to you. And then Priscilla talked about on Sunday another opportunity for us to be able to celebrate Easter this way. Can you tell us a little bit about Jesus Changed My Life?
Yes, so you can take a 1-minute video that just is your testimony about how Jesus changed your life. You can hashtag Jesus Changed My Life and then at Calvary Crossway, and that will go onto your social media account and will worldwide share your testimony and also then invite people to our local body.
Yeah, so our goal is to help people recognize this is a global movement and also connect people to the church. If you want to know more details on how to do that, you can see that on our website so you go to our website, calvarycrossway.org/Jesus Changed My Life with no spaces, and you'll be able to get there. Also at the homepage, there's a picture there that you can do in that as well. So those are some really great opportunities. Priscilla's got one more thing to the side, right there. There you go.
Apparently I'm not very good at this whole mic thing. But one more thing I was thinking is just it's sobering, but all predictions are saying that this is going to be a pretty dire week in globally, especially in the U.S. For the virus. And let's just be people of hope. It doesn't mean we ignore the dire straits that our country is in right now, but just let's share the hope that the only reason we have hope is Easter and the resurrection. And this might be a really tough week, and people are looking for the answers. So let's be people of hope that run to those situations with the hope that's found in the gospel and in Jesus.
Yeah, and I think as a body, one of our concerns is to make sure that we are people who mourn with those who mourn and rejoice with those who rejoice. And here's a chance. As a church, we're all going to rejoice. I mean, we're thrilled. Jesus raised from the grave.
Sorry.
I always get laughed at when I do this. But, Jesus raised. This is the biggest deal in all of this. If we have no hope as Christians without it, but at the same time, there are people whose lives are falling apart right now. Business owners are wondering, can we make it another few days? I mean, I know that some are excited that Polis said it's only till April 26th and not the federal, which is April 30th. But then there's this, what if it's longer? And frankly, up till April 26th feels like 36th. It is long enough. And we need to be able to be people of hope who are mourning with those who mourn, but giving them hope in Jesus Christ, and people who are joyful, rejoicing in the hope of Jesus Christ. And we have the privilege of being able to do that. I want to encourage you, if you know someone that does not know the Lord, call them. Don't just contact them through social media, call them and just say, hey, I would love for you to worship together with us at Calvary Crossway this week. Encourage them. Let's give hope in this time. Hope isn't lost because COVID is in Easter season. In fact, it's a reminder to everyone, man, we need hope. And Christians, we've got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Miss you all.
We miss you guys more than you can imagine, or probably you can't imagine, because I get to talk at a camera every day, and you have to sit there and listen.
Josh really misses people. He was talking to people who were in their cars and couldn't hear him today. So.
I did. I people are driving by, and I was waving.
Like,
and, hi, how are you? I'm struggling a bit. All right. Well, we love you guys. We miss you guys. Look forward to when we can be able to meet together. We will see you soon.
Toodaloo.